What is Ethereum 2.0? You might have heard the term Ethereum 2.0 thrown around a couple of times in crypto circles. Like most people, you're probably wondering what it is and how it differs from Ethereum. Well, you've clicked on the right video, because we'll be discussing it exactly in today's video. A basic introduction. In simpler terms, Ethereum 2.0 is a mere upgrade of Ethereum. Ethereum 2.0 is a set of interconnected updates to the Ethereum network that works to make Ethereum more scalable, secure, and efficient. There are many teams in the network, and each of them is tasked with a certain task in the network. Ethereum is supported by millions of users. All of them can make transactions through the Ethereum network with an upper limit of 15 transactions per second. However, ETH 2.0, as we call Ethereum 2.0, has a different upper limit. Users of this network can make as many as 100,000 transactions per second. It does so without increasing the number of nodes in the network. Ethereum 2.0 is capable of protecting itself from a 51% attack where a hacker would have normally been able to force his way through. Additionally, Ethereum 2.0 aims to make the computer-intensive task less demanding, reducing the proof of work and replacing it with a much greener proof of stake. You can put this under the aims or objectives of Ethereum 2.0. Like any other task, achieving these goals demanded action. We call this list of changes Serenity, or Ethereum 2.0. Let's take a look at what these changes are. Number 1. Proof of stake. The biggest difference between Ethereum 2.0 and Ethereum is the shift from the hard-proven consensus model to proof of stake. In proof of work, miners mine resources to validate their currencies. The entire process consumes a lot of energy. Proof of stake addresses the problem by completely taking miners out of the equation. Now, without any miners, how are the transactions validated? Well, the network utilizes economic incentives for the purpose. Miners are replaced by validators who validate their work and get the same rewards as they would with proof of work. Validators are picked based on how much crypto they've staked and how long they've been doing it. One person validates a block, and then other validators also attest to seeing the block. Once there are enough attestations, the block is added to the chain. This entire process is known as forging. Not only does proof of stake make the task less complicated, but it also makes the process less energy demanding, making the network a much greener option. To understand staking, you can watch our video about it to get the full idea. Click on the I button on your screen and you'll end up right there. As for how the system prevents validators from authorizing fraudulent transactions, well, it does so by utilizing something known as slashing. Under slashing, the validators lose part of their stake if they're caught pulling off such activities. Number 2. Security. Wondering about improved security? Well, what's more is that if someone launches a 51% attack, they'd need to control 51% of the Ethereum, which is a huge capital. Short detour to define 51% attack here. It's also called a majority attack, and it happens when a person or a group of people might try to gain control of 50% of blockchain's hashing power. We'll talk more about it in our future videos, so make sure you catch that. Moving on. When a person signs up for Ethereum 2.0 staking, he needs 32 Ethereums. If you don't have the required money, you can take it from one of the staking pools, for example, the Rocket Pool. As for how much return does the system offer? Well, it all depends on the amount of staked ETH in the system. You could get returns as high as 18% per year or as low as 1 million per year. Ethereum 2.0 was designed with a purpose to improve security. Most proof-of-stakes networks have a small number of validators, resulting in a more centralized system with lower network security. Ethereum 2.0 requires a minimum of 16,384 validators, making it far more decentralized and hence secure. Number 3. Scalability. Moving on to scalability. If we compare Ethereum 2.0 with the previous system, we'll find out that the previous model uses a single chain with consecutive blocks. That model is slow and inefficient when it comes to meeting the needs of users. To address the problem, shard chains have been introduced. These chains provide extra storage layers at a cheaper price to store data. The blockchain is then split up and dealt with in the form of parallel chains instead of consecutive blocks. Sharding itself is a way to separate out data in smaller, more manageable chunks. It helps reduce the load on the system that would come with a bigger dataset. We'd also like to add that sharding is not specific to Ethereum 2.0. It's quite common across the field of computer science, where data is broken down into smaller subsets for convenience. So if we wanted to define shards, we'd call it a separate new chain. In the beginning, we're going to have 64 shards. This way, the workload is distributed across the network, with one node dealing with one shard only. Overall, you wouldn't have to go for high processing devices. It's also important to note here that shards can actually not handle transactions or smart contracts. This is where Layer 2 scaling, aka rollups, comes in. These allow for bundling transactions off-chain, generating a cryptographic key in the process, and allowing the information to be stored in the shard and then later be added to the block. There is one type of shard that is able to handle smart contracts and transactions. It happens in the current Ethereum chain. The shift allows for much easier and better scalability. Number 4. The beacon chain. The beacon chain is taken in with coordination of the proof-of-stake system. It does so by randomly assigning stakers shards. Randomness is key here since it prevents users from taking control of shards. The beacon chain allows for a working that's similar to the current Ethereum chain. Under this, validators will be adding new blocks to the chain, but they won't be doing any validating. Number 5. Docking. Next, we'll be talking about docking. It's a process where one of the Ethereum chains becomes one of the shards. One of the advantages of docking is that it can provide a full history of the Ethereum chain, allowing for a seamless transition between users. The entire process will bring about an end to the proof-of-work system that's already in place with Ethereum. Where can you stake ETH 2.0? As far as staking ETH 2.0 is concerned, you can do it on any of the cryptocurrency exchange platforms like Binance, Kraken, Coinbase, etc. Custodial staking systems can handle the entire process for you. All you have to do is deposit the Ether, and they'll do everything for you, even setting up the node. Of course, the staking provider will be taking a cut of your rewards. You also won't have control of the validator node's private key. The future of Ethereum 2.0. Right now, we know how Ethereum works in a double way, as in it is both a cryptocurrency and a platform to run blockchains. For the success of Web 3.0, the smooth running of Ethereum with minimum cons is necessary. By the launch of Ethereum 2.0, there will be few scaling solutions required, and the customers won't have to shift to other platforms to mitigate the disadvantages of Ethereum. The proof-of-stake model is more environmentally friendly, so people can do transactions without feeling guilty, and similarly, there will be fewer objections raised by the climate change organizations. Moreover, there will be more transactions per second and a lower transaction fee. WalletInvestor.com has predicted a 70% increase in the ETH by the end of this year. It seems like the odds are in Ethereum's favor. And that's a wrap for this video. If you've any queries, let us know in the comments section down below. Make sure to leave a like and subscribe to our channel for more videos. Bye now.